Ready? Yeah, man, ready. All right, so let's go. So the first question reads, which of the following statements is true of both Jamaica and Cuba at the time of Columbus's arrival in the Caribbean? This is the questions we like to see. Obviously, they were both inhabited by the Taínos, Greater Antilles Taínos were there. Very, very, very simple answer. So yes, it's B. Um, Next question says, which of the following best describes the religious practices of the Kalinagos and Taínos? Once again, very simple question, very simple answer. It is C, nature worship and ancestor worship. Yes? Good. All right. So just look at this map a little. So see over here is all that Central America. Yes. And this is South America. Obviously, this is the Caribbean. So just to put into context so that everybody is following. Uh, so this is the Caribbean. Let me just try and so I'm going to put that. Yes? Hope you can understand that. Caribbean. Yes? This is Central America. I'm just going to put CA for short. Central America. CA for short. And here is South America, clearly. Let me just put this here. South America. Yes. All right. So good. So good. It says the era where the colonizers lived before they migrated to the Caribbean islands is labeled what? It's labeled 2. Yes. Very close to the Lesser Antilles. The closest piece of land you can find to the Lesser Antilles. It should be somewhere near Venezuela. That type of vibe. So it's very close to the land here in the Lesser Antilles. So the closest to that in South America obviously is 2. So the answer is yeah, B. Cool? Yeah, nice. So moving on, number 4, the ruler of the Mayan city-state was called the Halak Eunuch. Very, 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 very obviously not the Cacique, that's Taínos, Ubuntu, Kalinagos, Adencia moving down. We don't have time for that. These are the questions we like to see. 5, the Maya obtained their food mainly by um very simple as well. Fishing, they did fish, but not to that extent. Mainly, please note this, please recognize the fact that they said mainly. It's mainly by farming, actually. Agriculture, that was the main source of the food in the Mayan culture. Next, 6, the main reason why the English attempted to break the Spanish monopoly in the New World was to, so the main reason, please note again, main reason why the English attempted to break the Spanish monopoly in the New World, um, obtain trade routes to the east. Yeah, man, obtain a share of the wealth in the New World. They wanted a piece of the pie. Yes? Moving on, number 7. In which century were the English most successful in establishing settlements in the Caribbean? Um, Very, very, very straightforward. 14th century. It's crazy. 15, obviously, that would be in the 1400s. No, 16, that's in the 1500s. No, they came here in 1600, so the 17th century is obvious as our answer. Moving on to number 8. Number 8 reads, the Dutch may be called the foster fathers of French and British settlers in the Caribbean in the 1600s because they A. converted the settlers to the Protestant faith, B. kept the settlers supplied with essential goods, C. shared their skills in tobacco growing with the settlers, and D. conquered the indigenous people to make settlement safe. I think I've already seen my answer. Very straightforward. They kept the settlers supplied with essential goods. That's why they were called the foster fathers. Nine. Next question. Which two European countries were chief rivals in the setting up of colonies in the Americas in the early 16th century? The early 16th century speaks to the 1500s, obviously. So, who were the main rivals in that time, early 1500s? I think that is very also straightforward. Portugal and Spain. Next, which of the following strategies was used to weaken the Spanish monopoly in the Caribbean up to 1763? Yes. So which of the following strategies used to weaken the Spanish monopoly? Um, Used to weaken the Spanish monopoly settlement. Yes, this was used. Settlement. Yes. 11. Which of the following resulted from the changeover from tobacco to sugarcane cultivation in the Caribbean? All right, the black population increased. Yes, that happened because they needed more workers. So because they needed more workers, they brought in more Africans, which obviously mean that the black population will now increase. Next, the number of so we know that this is definitely one. Yes. The number of landowners declined. Yes, this was also one. Yes, it was also one. The mulatto population. No, 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 no. That's crazy. 11 is A. Yes. All right. Next, legislation passed by or passed in British colonies to regulate the ratio of the black population to the whites. Was called slave laws. No, no, no. It was called deficiency laws. Yeah, yeah. Those are the deficiency laws. It was used to regulate the ratio of the black population to the whites, because they didn't want to have too many blacks to overpower the amount of whites that were there. So, yeah. 13. Which of the following occurred in Africa as a result of the trade in enslaved Africans? Uh, so, which of the following occurred in Africa as a result of the trade in enslaved Africans? Reduction of warfare in the West? No. Uniting of Africa? No. That didn't happen. Growth of the West African population? No. Increased import? Yes. Increased importation of European goods. Remember the slave trade. Ah. 14. The large importation of enslaved Africans into the Caribbean during the 1600s and the 1700s was due mainly to the heavy debts owned by the estate owners. Uh, what? The heavy, no, sir. Improved technology being used on the estates. No. The expansion. No, 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 no. It is the promotion of the slave trade. That was, yeah, yes, yes. The importation of, yes. It's mainly to the slave trade. So 14 is D. Moving on to number 15. Which of the following statements about the population of Barbados by the end of the 1600s is true? All right. There were more, so at the end of the 1600s. So that was the end of the 1600s. The blacks, there were more whites than blacks. Blacks were far greater in number. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. colors were far greater, no. But there were equal number of colors and no. Blacks were far greater in numbers than the whites due to the amount, as I said earlier, spoke about imported labor due to sugar. So there were more blacks there than whites in Barbados. 16. Which of the following conditions did not result from the Haitian Revolution? Which of the following conditions did not result from the Haitian Revolution? Did not. Let me. I hope we're paying attention to things like this, guys. When we say things, please pay attention. They're in all caps. Usually, CSEC put them in all caps. Please recognize that it says did not result from the Haitian Revolution. Please. Mulattoes were wiped. I don't need to go any further. Mulattoes were wiped out. That's not one. Pattern of land ownership change, that was one. The country gained independence from France, that is one. The economy of the island was almost destroyed. That's also one. So, yeah. A is the answer for number 16. We're moving on. Guys, I hope you remember to not just like this video, but subscribe as well. So like and subscribe. And also feel free to share, this video with your friends, share to anybody you know. If you just want to post it anywhere, just post it and give the page a shout out. We here at Pure Knowledge, we're doing some really good and hard work. So moving on to number 17, to St. Louverture contributed to the success of the Haitian Revolution, mainly, all caps, by A, setting up a system of fortification, B, developing a revolutionary ideology, dividing the country between blacks and mulattoes, D, organizing the enslaved into a formidable fight. Yes, this is the answer. Organizing and the enslaved. So organizing the enslaved into a formidable fighting force. Yes, that's the answer. Number 17 is D. So we're moving on to number 18. Here it says the free coloreds of Sandamar revolted in 1790 because they supported the King of France. That is, no, obviously already we know that's not the answer. Wish to assist the enslaved Africans. It's not the answer. They were dissatisfied with their status in society. I like that one. Wanted to prevent the enslaved Africans from, no. Yeah, they were dissatisfied with their status in society. So 18 is C. Moving on. Which of the following causes is common to the Barbados Rebellion of 1816 and Jamaican Rebellion of 1831? So that is the Christmas Rebellion, Sam Sharp Rebellion, same thing. So it and the Barbados Rebellion or the Bussa Revolt. So what cause was common? Planters did not provide the enslaved Africans with sufficient, no. Missionaries encouraged the enslaved Africans to fight for their, no. Enslaved Africans felt that their owners should pay them for their hard work. No. D. Enslaved Africans enslaved Africans thought that their freedom was being withheld. Yes. Yes, this is a common cause. Yes. Yes. They thought in both rebellions, you saw where the Africans thought that their freedom was being withheld by the planters. Moving on to number 20. Which slave revolt forced the British government to give serious consideration to the emancipation proposal? Bussa Revolt, that was in 1816. Berbice Revolt, Haitian Revolution. Christmas Rebellion, yes, this was it. For the Christmas Rebellion, this is the answer. The one, closest to emancipation. That's the answer. 1831, Christmas Rebellion. Moving on. Number 21 says, the arguments that the British humanitarians used against slavery in the 1800s were mainly legal, not really. Moral. Yes, it was mostly moral. It definitely was mostly moral. Mainly, please recognize again, it said mainly. Mainly moral. 21. So 22 says now, which of the following duties was not performed by stipendiary magistrates? Was not performed. Was not performed by the stipendiary magistrates. And visiting the estates in their district, they had to do that. Sending reports to colonial forces, yes, they had to do that. Teaching their apprentices new trades, not aware of that one. Hearing complaints in the Saturday courts, that was their job as well. So yeah, they did it. It was not their duty to teach their apprentices new trades. So 22, the answer is C. So we're moving on. Number 23. The registry bill was intended to A, punish slave masters. No. Um, Punish enslaved persons. No. Record the persons born out of wedlock. No. Prevent illegal sale of enslaved persons. So the registry bill was intended to prevent the legal sale of enslaved persons. All right. Number 24. Which of the following describes how most planters and colonial assemblies reacted to amelioration? All right. They willingly adopted the proposals for improvements? No. They completely rejected or largely ignored the proposal. Yes, this sounds like one I like. This sounds like it, but let me just look through the rest of them. They saw the proposals as a way to get the enslaved to produce. No, they they saw the proposals as a good way to prepare the enslaved for free. No, it's B. 24 is B. They completely rejected or largely ignored the proposals. It's a very simple one. Very simple one. Yeah, they didn't like it. And also, please let's say how most planters, so if you know of a case that um if there's a case that you may know that would justify any other of these answers, please recognize that it said the most. All right, so nobody go in there and argue with CXC. It's just a multiple choice, and they did ask the most. And on a general scale, they completely rejected or largely ignored the proposal. They didn't like it one bit. Moving on. I'm 25. Which of the following did the amelioration measures of 1823 propose? All right. All right, this is a good question. A, enslaved families should be divided. No, it didn't state that. Enslaved persons should not be sold. It did not state that either. No enslaved woman should be flogged. Yes, it did say this. Yes, it did say this. Um, that children should not be allowed to work on estate. Yeah, it's no enslaved woman should be flogged. Yes, this was a part of the amelioration measures in 1823. It was proposed. So yeah, C. C is the answer for number 25. Moving on to the next. If you reach this far in the video, I hope you've already subscribed. Yes. We're moving to number 26. It says, which of the following were stipulations of the Emancipation Act of 1833 regarding enslaved Africans in the British Caribbean? All right. Stipulations of the Emancipation Act. Good. So A, chance to work for wages. No. Compensation for past labor. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not really. Social equality with the whites. No, definitely obviously not. Supervision by stipendiary magistrates. This is actually, oh, what does B says again? It's either B or D. Compensation for past labor, but it says regarding enslaved Africans, because the planters were actually compensated, you know, for as it relates to after emancipation, they were compensated to a certain degree. But it said regarding enslaved Africans, so they had to be supervised by a stipendium. Yes, yes. All right, we're going with that one. Yeah, man. 26D. 27. So yeah, back to 26. Just to clear that up. Yes, supervision by stipendiary magistrates as it relates to the Africans, the enslaved Africans. Yeah, cool. 27. The large-scale immigration to Trinidad and Guyana between 1838 and 1870 led to, all right, cultural diversity in the, yes, it did lead to that. Racial conflicts amongst the ethnic groups, yes, it did lead to that. Yes, it did. Economic development in both territories, yes, it also did. It did. So 1, 2, and 3. Yes, 1, 2, and 3. That's the answer. D. 27D. All right, moving on. Well, I know it's number 28. Why is it hiding? Oh, here it is. So number 28, it says, which of the following did not, once again, I can't stress enough, please recognize when it says did not. Too many times we get caught there. Which of the following did not result from the immigration of indentured laborers to the Caribbean after of indentured laborers here after emancipation? After emancipation. So did not. Expansion of sugar production in Barbados, yes, did not result. The expansion of rice cultivation in Guyana, the introduction of new religions in Guyana, the introduction of a variety of ethnic groups. Yeah, these all are true. So the not is 28. Yeah, so the answer is A. All right, glad that's settled. Next, indentured workers from Madeira brought elements of a culture to the British Caribbean. From which of the following cultures were these elements drawn? Madeira, for those who watch football and for those who are big fans of Cristiano Ronaldo, then you guys will be enjoying this question completely. The man from Madeira, he's Portuguese, so Portugal. Madeira is actually a constituent of the country Portugal. So yeah, 29 is D. We're moving on to number 30, which says, which of the following factors um, best explains why Indians did not return home? So which one of these best explains why Indians did not return home to India after the period of indentureship was over? Some of them accepted the offers of grants of money. Or, yes, I like that already. Bounties were offered to no. Many of them did not like it. No. Um, Planters did not want them to return to the low standard of life in it. No. 30s A. Yes, 30s A. Some of them, they accepted the offers of grants of money or land. So that's the reason why they didn't return home. 31. Which of the following groups helped in the formation of free villages in Jamaica? Very straightforward, very easy. That was the missionaries. The missionaries. Free villages, missionaries. Very simple one. We're moving on. So this one says 32. Here's a little extra here to read from. William Knibb foresaw that planters would try to force extra work from their free laborers by increasing rents on homes on the estate. All right. 32 says, to which territory is the statement referring? It's Jamaica. Look no further. It's Jamaica. All right. Next. 33. Which of the following best describes the response of free laborers in the Caribbean? Rights against the No, free laborers we are talking about. So no, payment of the increased rent, not always. So they said best describes as well. So that really refusal to leave the plant, establishing homes of the plantation. This was mostly done. They mostly established the homes of the plantation. You know. Next, what action did William Nib, 34, what action did William Nib take to assist freed Africans in acquiring land and the established free villages? Yes. All right, moving on. 35. Which of the following was not a result of the development of the peasantry in the British Caribbean after 1838? So once again, was not a result. Diversification of the yes, legal recognition of the practice of no, that wasn't a result. We don't need to go any further. B 38, 35 is B. Moving on. So 36. The adherence of the United States to the Monroe Doctrine may force the United States, however reluctantly, in cases of wrongdoing or impotence, to the exercise of the international police force. That sounds like Roosevelt. Yep. Yeah. So the question, yeah. So the above statement is associated with the president It's Theodore Roosevelt. Yes? All right, moving on. Number 37. Which of the following Caribbean territories was not, once again, we see this word popping up, was not occupied by the United States military forces in the early 1900s? Cuba? Yes, actually, yes, Cuba was occupied. Haiti was occupied. Jamaica was never occupied by them. They weren't occupied. Dominican Republic, yes, they were. So, yeah. So, 37 is C, Jamaica. 38. To which event is the granting of protectorate status to Puerto Rico in 1898 by the United States connected? Which war? 1898. That was the Spanish-American War. Yes, Spanish-American War. Very simple one that one was. Yes, so moving on. 39. By which agreement did the USA make Cuba gravitate toward the North American Union? Yes, the Platt Amendment, the Platt Amendment, the Platt Amendment, the Platt Amendment. You can research further about the Platt Amendment just to refresh your minds and refamiliarize yourself. Number 40. Soon finish. Soon finish. Just 20 questions to go. Yes, just about. Which of the following was intended mainly to prevent further extension of European influence in the New World? And that is the Monroe Doctrine. Yes. The Monroe Doctrine. Very simple one. We're moving on. 41. The focus of the Mayan Commission was to investigate ethnic, no. To bring an immediate end to anti-war, no. To investigate existing socio-economic conditions. Yes, that is it. That is it. This was the focus of the Moyne Commission. C. 41 is C. Next. 42. In their efforts to improve working conditions around 1900, workers in the British Caribbean most often resorted to what it says. Yes. Arson. Strikes. Yes, strikes. Very, very clear one. Strikes. Wasn't arson. And please note they said most often resorted to. Rioting wasn't most often resorted to. Picketing, no. They started by strikes, and then at times it may have gotten out of hand, and it ended in rioting. But mostly, what they were doing, they were striking. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, ready? Well, let me move up. Oh, made a little mistake here. All right. That's fine. I'll just move on. No biggie. No big problem. Let's move on. 43. Which of the following is true about the agitations of West Indian workers in the 1930s? Which one of these are true? All right. They resulted in stronger labor unions. Yes, that's it. They actually, yeah, they did. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They resulted in stronger labor unions. That's a very clear one. Marcus Garvey is best remembered for his teachings on black nationalism. Yeah, yeah, man. That's what he was best remembered for. Yes, yeah, man. He that have no confidence in himself is twice defeated in the race of life. Yeah, man. Marcus Garvey himself. Moving on to number 45. All right. In many British Caribbean territories during the 1930s, there was a strong link between political parties and uh, and trade unions. Plantation owners know the established church know depend their images now. Between the political parties and trade unions, yes, there was a strong link there. Number 46 says, which of the following female leaders was involved in the labor unrest of the 1930s? The next one, we should know it's Elma Francois. She's Trinidadian. Yes, Elma Francois. Well, 47. Which of the following Caribbean territories became a free and associated state of the USA? Associated state of the yeah, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico. Very simple one, and we move on. Number 48 says, which Caribbean territories were assimilated by France in oh in 1946? Yes. Um, and here we have option A, which says Haiti, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. No, because Haiti actually gained independence from France. They're not a um, overseas territory of France, so they couldn't be assimilated. So no, it's not that one. It is Marie Gallant, Haiti again, obviously. So A and B can be there because Haiti is in it. C, yeah, C, Guadeloupe, French Guiana, and Martinique, yes. Saint Barthélemy, no. Trinidad, no, it cannot be D. Crazy. 48 is C. Guadeloupe, French Guiana, and Martinique. And we move on from that. Number 49 says no. Um, the British West Indies Federation of 1958 was established because A. French Caribbean colonies had begun to federate. Uh, saying no, no, that's not why I was in this federation of no. The old representative system proved to be useless. No. West Indian leaders felt that independence would be achieved faster through federation. Yes, that's actually true. That's true. Yes, that is actually true. So 49, I think it best explains it. C, 49C. All right, moving on to number 50. Under Crown Colony government, the colonial office expected its governors and other officials to share political nope with the former no, that will not happen. Introduce the principles of democratic government. No, that cannot be the answer. Work towards improving the living conditions of the enslaved. No, no. The cooperate with the wealthy. Yes, yes, corporation. That was one. Cooperate with the wealthy planters in governing the colonies. Yes. 50 is D. All right, 51. In what chronological order did the European nations dominate the trade in the captive Africans? Trading captive, all right? So we have the English, the Dutch, and the Portuguese. Um, One says, A says it is the English, Dutch, and Portuguese. No, it wasn't. It actually started with the Portuguese. So which one started the Portuguese? So it's D. It was the Portuguese, and then the Dutch, and then the English. So 51 is D, as in dog. Moving on to 52. The arrangement between the Netherlands and her colonies was called um the arrangement. Yeah, they were the tripartite kingdom. Yeah, man. So 52 is the tripartite kingdom, the arrangement between the Netherlands and their colonies. So they're called. 53, Jose Marti is associated with the struggle for independence in Cuba. Jose Marti. Yes, there's a school in Jamaica named after this man. It was gifted to the Jamaican government by Cuba. So yeah, Jose Marti is associated with the independence in Cuba. We're moving on to number 54. What is the correct order of the steps towards full freedom in the British Caribbean? All right. Apprenticeship. Mm-hmm. Emancipation Act. Mm-hmm. Amelioration. Mm-hmm. And then the abolition of the slave trade. Yes, 54 is, yeah, right off the money. Yeah, 54 is A. All right, moving on. 55. Which of the following statements is true of Cuba in the 1800s? It had become a major sugar producing territory. Logwood production had become a major industry. Tobacco had replaced sugar as a leading product. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. 55 is C. Tobacco actually replaced sugar as the leading product in Cuba in the 1800s. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. All right, 56. In which of the following territories was Elma Francois active trade? We did say it earlier. Could you believe it? Elma Francois, she was Trinidadian. Moving on. All right, 57. The Cuban sugar industry in the late 19th century received most of its capital from Spain, the USA, England, obviously not Germany, not Spain, clearly not Spain. England, no. The USA, yes, the USA, 57 is B. It's the US. Yeah, man, it's the US. The Cuban sugar industry, yeah, man, in the late 19th century, they received most of its capital from the US. And I don't want us to get sidetracked because I remember running through this question with a group already, and the question that arose was, "Sir, was Cuba and the US not in conflict?" Yes, but that was well into the 19th century. The whole Cuban Revolution, that's Fidel Castro ages. Before, you have to remember that the US and Cuba were actually doing business together. They actually were moving well together. So then be cool. This is the late 19th century, which is the late 1800s. Yeah, the USA. Moving on, number 58. It reads, in what chronological order did the following events occur? All right. The Haitian Revolution, the Cuban Revolution, and the Grenadian Revolution. Look no further. It is already in order. It is 1, 2, and then 3. So 58. A is the answer there. 59. Which of the following leaders was the first female prime minister of a Caribbean country? All right. Una Morrison, no. Muriel Greaves, no. Eugenia Charles from Dominica. Yeah, man. Damir Eugenia Charles. She was the first female prime minister of Dominica. So she's the answer here. Next. Final question in the 2022 paper. Which of the following persons served as prime minister of the West Indies Federation? It wasn't Eric Williams. It was Grantley Adams. Yes, it was Grantley Adams. He was the one who served as Prime Minister of the West Indies Federation. And there we have it. We have completed the paper. Pretty simple, wasn't it? Yeah, a good run through. Look out for the live later. Later on, I'll be going live and we can do some more papers. Look out for updates, but it was really good. Like and subscribe, please. Remember to like and subscribe and also share this video. And, all the best in the upcoming examinations. All the best, for the upcoming paper one. So we'll do some more work later on. Until then, bye-bye.